gluten-free, dairy-free, let's bake. Hi, my name is Barb and welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to share a recipe with you. Soft oat-based sugar cookies. These cookies are a simple, single-grain roll-out sugar cookie with soft sweetness. I wanted to experiment with this dough and rest times. Other gluten-free doughs benefit from and even need a long rest for the best texture and rise. I suspect that oat flour, being unique in that it's already cooked once, will activate in the dough pretty quickly and not require that rest. And if that's true, then I've made a great discovery because all my other cookie doughs require 2 whole days of rest, and that takes planning, and waiting is boring. Sometimes I just want to whip up a batch of cookies and eat them, you know? So it is great to know that I have an option for same-day baking. I was really pleased with how these cookies rolled out and baked and tasted on the same day the dough was made. I rolled out half the same day and the other half 2 days later. For the rollout and overall texture, there's very little difference between letting it rest and not. Oats don't seem to benefit from a long rest. Oats are easy to work with. They can be ground into flour with just a food processor. Oat flour makes doughs and batters that are easy to work with. It carries the sweetness of sugar really well and makes a soft texture. Oat flour can be a standalone ingredient in some recipes like this one, although it takes more oat flour than other types. It's not a fussy ingredient. They're easy to use. However, oats aren't a perfect ingredient. Oats taste like oats, and they are brown like oats. They don't have a professional look to them, in my humble opinion. And that's not to mention that a lot of people who are gluten sensitive are also unable to have oats. It's fairly common, which is why lots and lots of gluten-free baking mixes don't use oats. If you're baking for other people, this is a very important question to ask before you use oat ingredients. But for those who can have them, it's an option. And for those who want same-day cookies, it's a great option. These cookies turn out noticeably sweeter than my rice-based crunchy sugar cookies, so I prefer to salt the simple glaze to provide balance. Taste test yourself while adding salt because it's very easy to go overboard with it. And if you do, fix it by adding more powdered sugar 1 tablespoon at a time until it tastes right again. Here's the recipe. Soft oat-based sugar cookies. 2 3/4 cup oat flour plus more for rolling. 3/4 teaspoon xanthan gum. 1 teaspoon baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon salt. 1/2 cup plant butter, softened. 1 cup granulated sugar. 1/8 cup glucose. 1 large egg. 1 teaspoon vanilla. Mix dry ingredients in a bowl. Set aside. Cream butter and sugar until fluffy and pale. Beat in glucose, then beat in egg and vanilla. Mix in flour until just incorporated. Cover and let rest for an hour. Preheat oven to 350. Using as little oat flour as possible, roll out dough between 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch and cut into shapes. For thin cookies, bake 7 to 9 minutes at 350 degrees. For thick cookies, bake 9 to 11 minutes at 350 degrees. Cool on wire racks. When cool, dip in salted simple glaze or decorate with other frosting. Salted simple glaze. 2 cups powdered sugar, 4 teaspoons water, with more as needed. Scant 1/4 teaspoon salt to taste. Mix ingredients well until glaze is thin but very smooth. Dip cookies and allow to set on wire racks. The thin cookies are pretty good, but we all liked the thicker 1/4-inch cookies a lot more than I expected. They have a nice texture and are perfect for a morning snack. Thanks for watching.